Hey guys, Kyle here. You're about to learn how to add a tireless 24/7 AI employee to your workflow in just under an hour. By the end of this video, you'll have a fully functioning digital teammate built completely with Lindy AI. This will handle everything from your emails, scheduling, and even busy work. That way you can focus entirely on high-value tasks. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to do the entire process and show you everything you need to know about building your very first AI agent inside of Lindy. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, first things first, guys, if you want to get started with Lindy AI, I would highly recommend using that link down in the description. When you click that link, you should be brought to a page that looks something like this one. As you can see here, you can get started with Lindy completely for free. You just have to click on this little blue button right here that says try for free. Once you click on that button, it will take you into their little setup wizard here, where we simply either sign up with Google or obviously you can log in if you don't have an account. We'll go ahead and do the sign up with Google option. Go ahead and enter in our Gmail account. And just like that, you'll be inside of Lindy where you can get started with them completely for free for your first 7 days of use. As you can see, I'm going to start my free trial here with $0 due today. And I simply just have to enter in my credit card details and I can get started with them. Once you save your credit card, you should be good to go. It will move you inside of Lindy with the sign up process. Now, the first thing it's going to kind of do is go through a little kind of setup process here, or kind of a account setup wizard. And it's basically just going to do the onboarding process here and make sure that everything is all set up inside with your Google account and everything else you do with them. There's also the option to pretty much just completely skip this if you want to, although I would definitely recommend to keep going with this. That way, if there is any APIs inside of the AI agent, you can set it up more quickly just by having done this already. So we'll just go through really quickly here and do just a couple of authorizations just to make sure everything is set up properly. Also, don't worry, Lindy is SOC 2 compliant. So if you're worried about giving permissions to any of this, this is all going to be taken care of on Lindy's side with complete security and complete transparency on how secure their platforms are. So you don't have to really worry too much about that. Then we just hit the continue button here, which then we can have a AI note taker kind of set up here, which we can just connect to any of our, emails. Doesn't matter too much here. Hit the continue button one more time, and then it should take us inside of Lindy's dashboard. All right, now we are inside of Lindy's dashboard. This is where we can start actually playing around with stuff and start building things. Now, this video is specifically about building our very own AI agent. We're going to go ahead and show you guys how to do that. First thing we're going to do here is head over to the right where it says create your own and hit the new Lindy button. We'll hit that button, which will take us inside of their workflow editor. We're just going to go ahead and start from scratch. As you can see, this is what it's going to look like the second you get inside of that flow editor. Now, one of the things you want to know if you're unfamiliar with building AI agents is that every single AI agent is going to start with what's known as a trigger. This trigger basically functions as the starting point of any of your workflows. It's going to basically be the thing that kind of kicks the workflow off and gets things moving in the right direction. Now, as you can see here, I can go ahead and click on this and I can select what kind of trigger I want. And there's a couple of different types of triggers that you can choose from. There is the chat with this Lindy, which is kind of like having a chat box basically where you can choose or you can type what you want the automation to do. We'll just do the chat with this Lindy one since that's kind of the most popular one and it'll be kind of the easiest to show you guys in this example. As far as the triggers are concerned, we'll just do when message is received. As you can see there, we have our very first node. And that's kind of what this whole workflow is broken down to, is nodes, right? Where basically we go through individual nodes, make edits to those nodes, add things to the nodes, and then connect those nodes. And that's kind of what forms the automation. First thing we can do here is we can add a greeting message, which doesn't really matter too much what you put here. I'm just going to say hello. You don't have to even add a greeting message if you don't want. There's also conversation starters. If you kind of want to guide people that are using this automation in a certain way, you could add kind of like placeholders or basically conversation starters. You don't really need to make much changes to that. Now, we basically have the beginning of our automation. One of the things we need to do next is actually make it function and have some kind of role to play, right? In this video, we're building an AI agent. So what we're going to do is perform or select our next step in this automation, which is going to be a couple of things we can do here. We can perform an action, search a knowledge base, enter a loop, create a condition, or enter an AI agent, which is what we are going to do. Once I click on that AI agent here, I have a couple of things that I can choose from. from, right? The first of these is going to be a prompt, which is basically going to tell the AI agent what it needs to do. Very similar to how you would prompt ChatGPT to do something for you, right? Look at my emails, rewrite this sentence, so on and so forth, right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and just say that you are a email assistant who checks and summarizes my email, something like that, right? And also, pro tip here, you can head over to any of the really popular LLMs out there and basically, use them to craft prompts for these kinds of AI agents, right? So I can go to Google Gemini, I can go to ChatGPT, and I can ask it, please write me a prompt for an AI agent that works as an email assistant. And then basically it will go ahead and do that for me, which is pretty helpful. Now, next thing here is going to be the AI model that you're choosing. I would recommend just going with the default here. You can go with any of these. They have a bunch of different ones you can choose from. I would recommend just going with the default Claude Force on it. It's pretty powerful and it actually gives you really good responses, in my opinion, for what you're working with. There's also the ability to ask for confirmation if you want kind of like a human in the loop kind of thing. You don't really need to worry about this for this specific automation. And then there's also skills, which are basically the ability to add actions for this agent, basically to access when you need it to. So this specific example, because we want it to be a email AI agent, we needed to be able to read our email. So we're going to add a little action here where we're going to look up, or we're going to type in the word Gmail, and then we're going to do the find email, which is a premium option, just to give you guys kind of full transparency on that. We do the find email option, or skill rather, and then there's also the ability to add more skills to this too. Let's say there's like folders in your Google Drive, or you wanted to have the ability to, let's say you get an email about an appointment that you have coming up and you want to add that to your calendar, but you just want the AI agent to do it all for you. This is completely possible by simply just adding this little Google Calendar thing here, and then, giving it the ability to create an event. And then you hit the done button there. And then basically what we've done with this is we've created an email assistant that, let's say you get an email about a doctor's appointment coming up or about a sales call that you have coming up, you can have it take that email and then have it turn it into a Google Calendar event. Now, once we've added all this stuff, we can then go down here and add the next step here, which can be pretty much anything you can think of. One extra step here, and you want it to, inform you that what you asked it to do has been done. One of the easiest things you can do here is perform an action, right? And then we can just have it basically talk right back to us inside of, like, let's say a Slack message or even a Telegram message or even a Gmail. It can send us an email and let us know, hey, I've confirmed your appointment. Probably the easiest way to do this is by just adding something like a Slack message, for example. You can then basically just have it say either a direct message or a channel message, probably a channel message, and then basically just have your own little Slack kind of channel that sends messages to you pretty much directly. When you ask it to do something, it will tell you, hey, I just booked this meeting at this time. Hey, I just looked at this Gmail and here's what it needs to do, so on and so forth, right? And that's kind of what it can do, right? And then also there's all of these settings right here. You just have to connect your Slack account. That way all the APIs are all synced up. And then also there's the ability basically to have AI that will automatically fill out these fields completely for you, intelligently thinking about what you'd be looking for based on your original prompt that you gave it here. That's why I always say, try to go as detailed and specific as possible with this prompt. That way there's no confusion and the AI agent actually gives you good responses. But once all of those things are good to go, you connect your Slack account and everything, that's pretty much this entire very, very simple, very, very beginner friendly AI automation. And the next kind of real step in this is basically just hitting the turn on button here in the top right, and that turns on the automation and has it start working completely for you. One of the easiest ways to kind of test some of the steps here though is clicking into a step like this one and hitting the test button. When you hit that test button, it will then activate that particular node, and then it will start prompting us with things that we can do. As you can see, this is the message received kind of trigger that we started with in the first place. I can just type in something like check my email for today and then hit the enter button here, and that will be what it texts. It'll say, ooh, it'll kind of give me a nice little response here. I'll check your email for today and provide it with a summary. And then we just have to connect our Gmail account, which is going to be obviously inside of this one. And as you can see, it will check our email and it will go through that whole process. This is powerful, to say the least. And this is something that I think most people out there still are incredibly unfamiliar with. And I think that what's coming, especially in this space, is going to be shocking, to say the least, with how powerful and useful these kinds of things are going to become. If you guys are interested in getting started with Lindy, I'd highly recommend using that link down in the description. Please remember that it is an affiliate link and we could financially benefit from it at no extra cost to you. So thank thank you in advance for supporting more videos just like this one. Also, the nice part about Lindy is that you can get started with them completely for free for the first 7 days. And that's a really helpful feature that I think a lot of other AI automation platforms out there aren't really doing right now. So I would definitely recommend taking advantage of that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see you guys in any of our future videos that we create. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.